Why do my fishing jigs keep getting snagged in structure? Imagine you're working a jig near a rocky shoreline or submerged logs, and suddenly your jig catches on something. Frustrating, right? Many anglers face this issue, especially when targeting fish that hide in complex underwater spots. Jigs are great because they mimic prey and can be worked in tight spots, but they often get caught on rocks, weeds, or debris. So why does this happen so often? One big reason is how long the jig sits on the bottom. If you let it rest too long near rocky or snaggy areas, it can easily hook on something. Keeping the jig moving with steady lifts and drops reduces this risk. When you pull the jig up at a straight vertical angle, it stays clear of crevices and protrusions. Pulling at an angle can cause the hook to snag on ledges or roots. Hook design also plays a role. Some jigs have exposed hooks or rear hooks that catch more easily. Using jigs with curved hooks or adding weed guards made of bristle-like material can help. Weed guards act like shields, preventing the hook from snagging on underwater obstacles. When you are jigging in areas with lots of cover, these small modifications make a big difference. Your technique matters too. Slow pitch jigging involves letting the jig fall close to structure to attract fish, but this increases snagging chances. Skilled anglers accept that some snags happen, but they quickly free the jig and keep fishing. Maintaining a tight line helps you feel when the jig contacts the bottom, so you can lift or drop it before it gets stuck. Pointing your rod tip downward keeps the jig in the strike zone and away from snag points. When fishing in current, fish against the flow and keep the line tight. This prevents the jig from being pushed into obstacles. Also, avoid letting the jig sit still on the bottom for too long. Instead, lift it up and drop it straight down repeatedly. Using weed guards or rubber bands on hooks can also stop the hook from catching on rocks or debris. Despite all these tactics, some snagging is unavoidable because fish like to hide in these structures. They use them for shelter and ambush points. As anglers, we accept that snagging is part of fishing near cover. The key is to use the right techniques to minimize snags while still targeting those fish that love to hang out in these spots. With practice, you'll find the balance between effective jigging and avoiding snags, making your fishing trips more successful and enjoyable.